Guys, so today we're going to continue the Cowboy title reviews of my Ford Maverick. I've done the good, the bad, the ugly, the Magnificent 7, Hated 8, Urban Cowboy, and today we're going to go through the Ridiculous 6. Yes, it sounds ridiculous and that movie is a parody, but we're going to go through 6 things that are ridiculous about this Maverick, and it's not necessarily good, not necessarily bad. It's just ridiculous. Okay, coming in at number 6 on this list are these edges on the dashboard. So Ford did these little edging, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, little edges to try to make it look, I think, a little bit more like a, granity, rocky, more rugged, but I don't know. I just think it doesn't look very good at all. But whatever the case, it is a ridiculous attempt at being cool or edgy. Yes, pun intended. But if you look at the interiors, you could see it really doesn't add anything to the car. It doesn't make it look better. It just makes it look a little odd. So that's why it's number 6 on my ridiculous list. All right, next up on the list, coming at number 5, is this cubby hole. Now, nobody really knows what this cubby hole is for. It's not very big. You put it in my hand, you can see it's not very big. It can't hold a lot of stuff. It just sits a little odd. Maybe they should have made the screen bigger or something, but it's a little storage hole. What it's for, nobody knows, but it's a little ridiculous, the size of it. So for me, I just use it as this little tissue box holder thing with the cleat if I want to do some hanging later, but no real function for it. I did make a video where I put a phone mount in here, but for right now, it's just a tissue box holder. That's why it's number 5 on my ridiculous list. All right, coming in at number 4 on my ridiculous list is the MPG. This gets ridiculously good MPGs. I've been driving a ton of freeway miles and I still have been getting 40 miles a gallon. If I mix it up with freeway and city driving, I usually get around 42, but I did a reset. I made a couple of long trips and I'm still getting 40 miles a gallon. That's ridiculously good. And that's why it's number 4 on my ridiculous list. Coming in at number 3 on this list is this button right here. I have to push this button 1, 2, 3, 4 times to get into eco mode. And when I'm in eco mode, that's where I actually want to be for the most part. I want good fuel economy. That's why I bought a hybrid. But what happens is after you turn off your motor, that economy mode is always reset to normal. And every time you turn off your motor and you go back on, you have to push the buttons again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think it's a little ridiculous that Ford makes us do this every time. I think it should remember what we did the last time, but that's Ford's choice, and that's why it's on my ridiculous list at number 3. All right, so number 2 on this list is this bed, this ridiculously short bed. It's only 4.5 feet long. Not very long at all, but it's actually very functional. But you might be wondering, what can you put in the back of a 4.5 foot bed? Well, you can actually put a lot, and I love how ridiculously short this bed is. It does everything I need. I don't work in this truck 5 days a week, so I play in it, and every now and then when I need to put something in the back, this truck bed does the job. I'm only 5'8", and when I lay down, I stick this much out of this 4.5 foot bed, so that's why it's number 2 on my ridiculous list. All right, coming in at number 1, and this is the most ridiculous thing about this car, and it's the window sticker. All right, I did buy mine early, so I did get the original price, but how Ford was able to sell this car for a ridiculously low price. The XL model started off at $20,000 and the XLT started off at $22,360. That was fantastic. I got a few options, so I paid a little bit more, but I think the price was ridiculously good on this car, and I'm so happy I was able to get it. Ford came to their senses recently and raised the price, and I expect they're going to keep raising it because this is a ridiculous price.